Can you see that smoke? The incense, my incense, sometimes it shoots straight up, which looks so cool, and it's coming up. You can probably see that right away. I was getting something about smoke signals, sending a smoke signal. There might even be like an inside joke about that, but there's something here, and the smoke just looks so cool, and it's very powerful, just shooting straight up. Yeah, can you see all of that there? A couple other things coming in right away. I've been getting a lot about tropical waters, like that very pristine, like crystal clear, like blue and green waters. I was seeing something about the Bahamas. What was the other thing? I'm forgetting that part, but there may be something about traveling somewhere where some kind of relaxing, like escape. I'm hearing relaxing escape. I'll have to use these Lenormand cards again, the Gilded Reverie. Oh yeah, the other thing I saw was a dream catcher. Interesting, okay, let's see what we got. Oh, I was just going to point out too, I just reminded when I looked at the video that I'm wearing this is a jade butterfly. So jade could be significant, butterflies could be significant. I feel like the butterfly has been our symbol for like the past few years, like these powerful transformations, truly becoming completely different. I remember I was fascinated when I learned a few years ago, like I obviously knew butterflies went into the cocoon, or caterpillars went into the cocoon, so maybe you were a butterfly and you're even like re-evolving. I'm hearing like you're a butterfly that went back into the cocoon and now you're like coming out something totally different. Take that how it resonates, but when I learned that caterpillars, their entire body dissolves and like reforms. Like I just assumed they crawled in there and then kind of grew into a butterfly. No, like they have some kind of goo or something that like completely dissolves their body, and somehow their cells know how to, like, I'm hearing reincarnate, know how to reform and become the butterfly. It's just incredible. Already I thought that metamorphosis was an amazing process before actually even knowing how it fully worked and what it entailed. So it's really impressive, and it's just one of those, nature is just so incredible. There's so many amazing things like that yeah, I'm hearing something about when you remember that you are part of nature, and when you see just how intelligent and how precise nature is, and how everything is coded in the DNA, and how we're so provided for just by nature. Wow, the smoke looks so cool. When you remember that we're just as part of nature, we've just kind of, because of modern society, a lot of us have gotten kind of detached from that, but there's something here about remembering that just as that caterpillar is perfectly coded and trusts the process to become the butterfly, like so are you perfectly coded to fully fulfill your purpose and destiny. And I think a lot of what gets in our way often is just doubting it, feeling like, because even when you are far down the spiritual path, you've had a lot of experiences that reaffirm the magic and the connection of things, and you, on some level, you trust that things are unfolding and working out for your highest good, but on the other level, there's still this fear that can come up about just feeling like you're not doing enough, it's like or like you're gonna miss it, or trying to like manipulate timing, or just trying to rush or slow down. It's like there's something here about us getting into that natural rhythm, but trusting that everything that our paths and our experiences are just as perfectly kind of encoded and precise, just as everything else in nature. Wow. This is, I don't know if this is actually the child. I have to look up what this card is called actually, because I'm a little rusty using this deck. Is that, let's see. Yeah, the child. There's definitely inner child healing, and there's like this magic being restored as well. Really believing in fairy tales, because they're not just tales, you know, it's like there's something nearby, something magic opening up. Wow, look at that, happily ever after. I'm hearing like storybook romance or something, that like one for the books. I'm getting that song now. Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama. So yeah, something definitely about tropical. Ooh. I think might be the coffin. But the Egyptian, the Anubis, I can't remember, always stands out to me, that the Egyptian dog god. Oh, we have the message again. Did we get that? I'm getting chills down my right arm. Yeah, I feel like we got this the other day, but now I'm again seeing the wax seal, which we got in a different reading. It was like something about the red on the hand was reminding me of a wax seal. Hearing sealed with a kiss. Okay, the date on this letter is September 19th, 1815. So September 19th could be significant, 919. You could be seeing white feathers right now. Those are a strong affirmation. I've gotten those very precisely sometimes, like getting those at really amazing moments when it's a complete affirmation. Look at this. We got that. Interesting. So we got this the other day. Now it's in reverse, which was like honing in on the detail of something. And we have the moon in reverse, which the moon is all about. Oh, look, we were talking about the moon phases. All the moon phases are there. So there could be something about tracking something by the moon phases. Noticing some kind of detail, like something that's aligned, again, with some kind of natural rhythm. I'm getting the moon and also like the ocean currents, or is that what it's called, the tides? Something about that. Hearing tide lands. Sedona card or two to clarify what we're working with here. Doe Mountain, wow. Right when I saw this, wow, I have not gotten this card yet. Even in my own readings, and right when I saw it like the ocean floor. Does that look like that to you? Like something about it to me looks like the ocean and almost like coral reef, but this is like the top of a mountain. Wow, look at that cute little doe. Oh, do I have his face in there? Where'd he go? Whoa, he like just disappeared when I was looking at it. See his little face? I wish you could see how cute he looks, but this camera does not do him justice. Doe Mountain, wow, again, something with the ocean and all these colors. Bambi, potentially. Even like a doe could be some kind of spirit animal. It says, my innocence is nurtured by gentleness and quiet strength. Wow. There's something breathtaking here, like that. It almost was just like really hit me in a different way when I saw the colors here. Like, this is so pretty. And see this light like shooting out this way? Almost looks like a UFO from back, but there's something about this light. Okay, let's read that one. Wow, that's so cool. My innocence is nurtured by gentleness and quiet strength. Yeah, there's something here too about, you know, I have a soft voice. If you have like a soft voice, or you kind of have something about you that may seem kind of like innocent or gentle. There's something like people may often underestimate your strength, even your strength of character, your resilience. Something like there may have been a lot of times where you've been underestimated or potentially like made fun of for some aspect of you that's soft. I don't know, but it's some gift here and strength actually though. And your softness is your strength, something about that. It's like that whole thing of like, don't mistake my kindness for weakness kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Doe Mountain. I gratefully receive the light being transmitted to me now in this card and receive the whispers of illumination in gentleness and grace being reflected by Doe Mountain. As my heart attunes to its wisdom, the mountain invites me to ascend to the radiant revelations of my soul's light. As I embrace the quiet solitude of this gentle mountain, my heart is filled with overflowing gratitude for the goodness of life and the grandeur of nature. Were we just talking about nature? Even in the smallest of its beauties, the wildflowers, the honeybee, and the hummel. Interesting, I just said hummel. Isn't that what those little dolls are called? So those hummel dolls could be significant. I think my grandmother or someone I know maybe collects those. Hummel dolls. Okay, the humble. Where was I? The humble hummingbird. So hummingbirds could definitely be a symbol for you, a sign of, maybe potentially connected to a grandmother or grandparent. My nose was just itching as I said that. Also the honeybee, that's a strong symbol for me. That could be since it's calling it out, it could be one of your signs to a honeybee. Okay, let me read this sentence in full again. Even in the smallest of its beauties, the wildflowers, the honeybee, and the humble hummingbird, I am mindful of nature's powerful healing alchemy. I drink in the cleansing energy of the gentle wind blowing through the pinyon trees and mindfully descend the mountain with a humble heart. So there's humble again. The inner majesty I am feeling being reflected by this mountain is the grounding energy of my sovereignty, strong in its integrity and truth. I embrace the wisdom of my own worth and feel the unwavering power that resides within the chambers of my heart. I am sovereign and I am whole. I am eternally now grateful to walk in this light. Oh, I should have said that at the beginning. I was literally just going to say there's something here coming up about self-worth. So interesting it's like really coming into this knowingness of your true worth, or like feeling it potentially for the first time in a long time, or maybe ever. Like you could have felt kind of disconnected from yourself like most of your life. I know I've gone through periods like that, or I've had realizations like that like sometimes I don't, my words are like kind of, I'm stumbling over them lately. Again, with whatever this energy is, it feels kind of like Mercury retrograde. I'm like tripping on words, technology's being weird. I have times a lot through my life where I've just reflected and been like, I don't always feel like I truly know who I am. Like I often feel kind of disconnected, or that maybe I don't often like fully see myself or like know myself, and it's a strange thing to kind of explain to people, but you may be able to resonate with that. Anchor, okay? This card was just looking at me from the deck, so I just flipped it over and we have the anchor. I've been seeing like seagull symbols lately too, so it's something about seagulls. Oh, again, we have the ocean. Salt water, I just remembered that came up the other day too. When I showed the sea glass, we were talking about saltwater sirens, and now we're getting this whole thing about tropical paradise with a Bambi in it. Interesting. Shifter, we got that the other day. And look, there's the fish eye. So fish are coming out so strong. The shapeshifter, the vessel. Aletheia, which I feel like we just got these the other day. Let's just see if there's... It's so funny how these cards keep repeating. The Creator, wow. That's so... Sometimes I'm like, oh, I should have said it, but I literally was picturing Bob Ross because I was seeing these trees blowing out here and I was hearing him saying, the happy little trees, and then we get the hand with the paintbrush on it, Bob Ross. You want to paint some happy little trees? Something here though about, yeah, wanting to, like some kind of creative expression. You know, that keeps coming up, but like, the mask, yeah. Look at this, so these cards have like the exact same color palette, and like on this one you see there's like this half, I've actually seen that. It's like as like a moon almost. I don't know why this side's making me think of a moon. But you're taking off a mask, you're revealing something creatively for sure. I just want to do this, like it's almost reminding me of like an eclipse. Interesting. Just put that, tell me, I just put these two back. I think you saw me. It was probably on camera. I literally just put these back and they both came out again together, the vessel and Aletheia. Let's read one of those. Did we read those the other day? I can't remember. I don't know if we did. I don't think. Just see how I recognize it. Okay, wow. Yeah. Yeah, so you're the vessel for this creativity that wants to be expressed, which is part of your truth. Okay, so let's read this. We'll close it out with this. Aletheia, it says, represents truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture. That's like the kind of the jokers, the clowns that were in court, right? So maybe the jester, the joker, the song, the Joker could be significant. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act. I'm talking strange today. Or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Wow, a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Look at that, the mask coming off. That honors the unveiling. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. And I'm hearing a siren, so this is really important. When light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. Picasso said, we all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth. At least the truth that is given us to understand. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Wow. So there's something so powerful here about reclaiming your truth and speaking your truth. And earlier I was hearing, in my own meditation earlier, I was hearing, I deserve more. And it was like my own voice saying that. And there's something here about, like, you owe it to yourself to express this, and you deserve more in your life, and you know that. And like, it's kind of this sense of deserving more from yourself, like where you may be sometimes slipping back into old habits or negative beliefs or depressive energies. You know, it's like not about bypassing those, but starting to recognize your patterns and the things that you can do to care for yourself that will help keep you in kind of a more grounded state, or just like not letting yourself spiral too far. Like, it's definitely feel the feelings, definitely allow yourself to go there, because a lot of us feel things so, a lot of us on this path at least feel things so intensely. Like, you have to feel it, you have to process it, you have to use your emotions and these feelings and these waves to like gain this perspective on your own experience and to process it. But there's something here about knowing that you're at a point where like you've outgrown these limiting confines, you've outgrown these things, and so it's like you owe it to yourself to step forward in your truth and to really, I'm hearing, act in integrity, like with your own, with every choice, decision, like being very conscious and conscientious. Can't speak today. Oh, about I'm hearing like every step you take, every move you make, like that song. It's not here from like it's not from like a controlled place, but being very, having so much intention because you know you're worth more and you deserve more, and like you're ready to show up for yourself at a new level. That's why it's like so much more uncomfortable now than it was before you awakened. It's more uncomfortable now to go back into these old, like it's like always uncomfortable to be in a really deep depressive state, but it's probably, you have more awareness around it now, or if it's not that, it could be other things you're experiencing, but like, it's no longer like you want to just get out of it and make it go away. It's like you've learned some tools and seen some results when you've taken on positive habits to care for yourself. Excuse me. That's an affirmation. Whenever you get like a burp or sneeze or something, it's energy moving. So things are about to just open up for you, but it requires you like holding yourself accountable, and as you hold others too, because you just know that you're ready for this, you know, and you know that you're ready to show this to the world, that you're ready to really embody your truth now and only choose things that align with that resonance. Okay, so that was a lot, but hope something resonated. Thank you again for joining me here in the House of Bardo, and I will catch you next time.